Hey everyone, under my recent Jackie Chan videos, I've been hit with a massive wave of comments saying I completely overlooked the powers of Shendu's demon siblings as well as their influence on humans and other beings. So, let's finally break down their powers and wrap up our video arc on Jackie Chan and his adventures. Thousands of years ago, Shendu's demon brothers and sisters were banished into the netherworld by the immortal warriors using a few special artifacts. Fast forward to season 5, and Shendu's son, Drago, makes it his life's mission to track down these artifacts which, legend has it, contain the remaining essence of the Sorcerer's powers. Drago is after absolute ultimate power, and of course, his end goal is to wipe out the planet. But Uncle Chan is no amateur. After cracking Drago's evil plot, our heroes head out to hunt down the artifacts and the magic locked inside of them. The first item on Drago's checklist is the Fan of Immortality, the very fan used to banish the wind demon Xiaofeng. Shadowing Drago, our heroes end up at some random car wash in San Francisco. During their brawl, Drago manages to extract the power from the fan, but he doesn't get a chance to absorb it thanks to Jade's reckless antics. Without even realizing it, Jade absorbs Xiaofeng's power instead. And this is where the catch with demon magic is revealed. Any organism that absorbs this power essentially gains not only the demon-specific abilities, but also starts morphing into them. Because of this, Jade gradually turns into a giant megatoad with the ability to burp with deafening force. Luckily, it doesn't last long, and Drago still manages to snatch all the power for himself. Uncle, realizing that raw spells won't cut it this time, invents the Chi-O-Matic, a device that literally sucks out chi magic. On top of that, it's equipped with a compass that tracks down demon energy. So now, by aiming the Chi-O-Matic at the source of the magic and chanting the spell, Uncle rips the power of Xiaofeng right out of Drago, leaving him with absolutely nothing. Well, okay, not completely nothing, since Drago is still Shendu's son, meaning his fire demon powers are built in from the start. But either way, at this stage, Xiaofeng's power goes to our heroes and gets shipped off to Section 13. And pretty soon, the Chi-O-Matic finally unlocks its full potential, showing our heroes exactly where the next power is locked away. The magic of Baiza. The water demon is sealed inside a figurine that, by some crazy coincidence, is being given away as a grand prize on a local game show. So, for once in their lives, Jackie and the crew find out about the artifact before Drago and his henchmen do. They head out to the island to compete in this family versus family showdown. Once they land, J-Team goes all out. They're literally eating bugs, wasting half the episode's runtime, and trying their hardest to beat this random German family. They even take part in the elimination vote. Like, yeah, sure, the world isn't in any danger or anything, so why not play a game for a whole episode? They could have just swiped the figurine like they did with the snake talisman, but whatever. Naturally, while the Chans are busy having fun, Drago is already caught up. He ambushes them, steals the figurine, and absorbs Baiza's power, turning himself into a scaly, water-bending little mermaid. But being the true son of his daddy, he takes a direct hit from the Chi-O-Matic, loses his magic, and splashes right into the ocean. The power gets shipped off to Section 13, and that German family actually wins the game show. Before I tell you about the next power, let me tell you about Polybuzz. Polybuzz is our sponsor for today's video, and it's an AI platform with over 40 million downloads worldwide and more than 20 million unique characters. It is the perfect place to unleash your creativity. You can create absolutely any chatbot you want or just hang out with already pre-existing heroes. With someone who's genuinely obsessed with forbidden magic, I decided to put the system to the test myself and personally chatted with Jackie Chan from the animated series.
Both are equally dangerous, but the talismans must remain separated. The demon sorcerers, they are different threat. Why do you ask about them specifically? You are making another video on my family's enemies?
Oh, can I be in it?
Just be careful with what you are share online.
You can completely customize how they behave, right down to his signature, bold, and open way of speaking. Honestly, I couldn't tear myself away. He replies exactly like he does in the show, talks with pure enthusiasm, and gives the exact epic responses I was expecting. You guys can jump in right now to chat with Jackie or bring your own dream character to life. Hit the link in the description and the pinned comment below to download Polybuzz. And to unlock premium features plus a 3-day free trial, make sure to type my exclusive promo code Quasar11 right into the search bar on the app's home screen. Anyway, back to the breakdown. Drago sneaks into Section 13, planning to swipe the 2 available powers. But against all odds, he ends up surrounded. After escaping, he decides he needs a crew and recruits Strike Master Ice, DJ Fist, and MC Cobra. This newly formed squad heads out to grab the next magical artifact, a flower holding the power of Daigui, the Earth Demon. Once J-Team pinpoints the item's location, they head straight to San Diego following a ruthless brawl in a flower shop. Uncle's Chi-O-Matic manages to suck up Daigui's power. But it's not as simple as it looks. As they're driving away from the battlefield, the compass picks up on the gravitational magic of Solan. Solan's power is trapped inside a lotus flower, also located in San Diego. J-Team rushes to the zoo to grab it, where they cross paths and fists with Drago once again. But while the forces of good and evil are busy throwing hands, a magnificent giant panda decides to snack on that exact lotus flower. With a peaceful soul and blazing red eyes, the panda floats up into the sky to relax and get away from all worldly drama. This panda couldn't care less about human beef. It just eats some leaves from the treetop and drifts away to wherever the wind blows. Luckily, a clutch shot from the Chi-O-Matic sucks the power into its containment canister. But there's a catch. The device can only hold one power at a time. Unable to handle the pressure of two chi magics at once, the container cracks, releasing both powers back into the world. Naturally, Drago seizes the moment, rushes in, and absorbs the gravity magic. The second power goes to Jackie Chan. Now, a brown, horned version of Jackie steps up to fight Drago, but Shendu's offspring is apparently so dumb that he gets blasted by the Chi-O-Matic yet again and is left with absolutely nothing. In the end, both powers are shipped right back to Section 13. Next up, the Chi-O-Matic alerts Uncle that the power of Shiwu, the Sky Demon, is hidden inside a flute on a carousel. Honestly, the issue isn't even getting the energy, it's trying to cram it into the main containment unit with the other powers, since the Chi-O-Matic is still broken from the last episode. Anyway, while Uncle is busy eating sandwiches, Jade snatches the Chi-O-Matic and takes it on a school field trip, completely unaware that Shiwu's power is still trapped inside. Of course, Jade gets the device confiscated by her teacher, who accidentally absorbs the Sky Demon's power. Once they arrive at the field trip location, the teacher begins her magical transformation, growing beautiful claws and feathered wings, which actually fits the whole gothic vibe of the place. And hey, in Miss Hartman's defense, even in her demon form, she starts protecting Jade from Drago, who showed up to steal the power. Having wrapped even more duct tape around the Chi-O-Matic, Uncle fixes the device and goes demon hunting in an old haunted castle. And yeah, having two demons in one building literally wakes up all the ghosts in the castle, who start wreaking havoc in their own ghostly way. After putting Drago in his place, Miss Hartman willingly hands Shiwu's power back to the J-Team. In the meantime, Daigui's Earth Demon power managed to visit someone other than Jackie. An earthquake hits San Francisco, cracking the power containment unit in Section 13. After rounding up all the runaway energy, J-Team notices they're missing just one, the Earth Demon magic. Having leaked into the wild, Daigui's flower power ends up corrupted by a local geek named Larry, who basically absorbed the power through his backside, just like Finn did back in the day. Long story short, Larry literally feels the new power, decides to become a superhero, and sews himself a super suit. Though, for the most part, he just ends up destroying things with good intentions. Once his eyes are open to what's actually happening, he willingly gives the power back to Section 13. Soon after, Uncle discovers yet another magical artifact. This one is at the very bottom of the ocean inside a sunken shipwreck. The magic of Changzhu, the Thunder Demon, is sealed inside two seemingly ordinary castanets. Arriving at the site in a fancy submarine, Jackie and Jade use the sealed Chi-O-Matic to find the castanets while simultaneously engaging in an underwater battle with Drago's goons. But regardless, Jackie loses his mind from decompression sickness during a rapid ascent to the surface, and Drago almost walks away with the power, happily whistling as he makes his escape, leaving J-Team stranded on an ice floe. Realizing the massive threat, J-Team literally tracks Drago down in the very next episode on a rainy rooftop, stripping him of the Thunder Demon's power. Uncle locates the final power belonging to Pokong, the mountain demon, in Canada. The power is sealed inside drumsticks. Well, it turns out they are sticks, but not for drums. They're chopsticks. Meanwhile, back in San Francisco, Toru decides to lose weight, and under Jade's strict supervision, he starts morning jogs and goes on a brutal diet. Unable to handle the intense hunger, Toru sneaks into the kitchen at night to secretly cheat on his diet, and as bad luck would have it, he uses those exact magical chopsticks. Once he gets the magical power, Toru completely loses all self-control and starts eating everything in sight, gradually growing to a massive size and turning a toxic green color. After devouring half of Uncle's antique shop, Toru casually leaves the building and goes out to eat utility poles. In the end, Uncle not only extracts the mountain demon power, but he finally decides to draw out Drago's native fire demon power as well, leaving him with absolutely nothing. But it doesn't last long. By the end of the season, Drago kidnaps Jackie and Uncle, demanding the container with all demon powers from Jade and Todo as a ransom. And this is where his true colors are revealed. He wants to unleash all the demons and take over the earth. Later on, Drago actually manages to absorb all the demon powers, growing into an unimaginably massive beast. This sets up the final boss fight we've been building toward for 5 whole seasons. Uncle reaches out to Shendu, who holds a massive grudge against Drago, while the Dark Hand turn to Uncle for help, since they just got out of prison and the end of the world is definitely bad for business. In the stadium battle against Drago, Jackie and Captain Black with his helicopters face total defeat. That's when Jade and Todo show up with the talismans. Meanwhile, the Dark Hand are doing everything they can to help Uncle brew another saving potion, while Drago's trio of henchmen is busy tearing Section 13 apart. The turning point of the battle is the sudden arrival of Shendu, brought along by Uncle. Receiving all the talismans from Jade, Shendu utterly crushes Drago. But with his final effort, Drago grabs his father, and together with the talismans and the demon powers, they are dragged into the netherworld forever. And that's all we've got for today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out our other videos.